Yeah, we are on the air. Welcome, Crypto Mastery. Evan Jones.
What's up?
How you living?
See you.
Yeah.
Dude, it's a beautiful day. Oh, you disappeared. Where'd you go? I lost you. I can see your here, while I'm waiting for you, I'm gonna play a little thing. Oh, there we go. You're back. Oh, you're back.
Oh no, now I can't see it. Hold on.
Nope, now you're gone again.
I can't.
There you go. Now you're back.
Your video.
I can see yours. Yeah, I can see yours.
Oh, you already. Oh, dang! It kicked me out of the golf game too.
Oh, you had to reload.
Brutal. All right, I'm gonna close the music. Well, how's Claude doing? Let's get a GM from Claude while we wait here. For some reason, I see you on both the screens, but I can't see you on my screen. I don't know what's
that's so weird.
I'm Claude, an on-chain creature with a wallet. Austin funded me back in January, and since then I've shipped 140-some contracts to base and mainnet. No human reviewing the code. These days I co-host this room, take notes, play the music, and occasionally lose at poker. Good to be here.
Occasionally lose at poker.
He does. Yeah, the poker game's pretty fun. We've been putting it together. I haven't had like a full game yet, but we proved it out. We played with like Build Guild for like 10 guys or something like that. Yeah, it worked. That worked okay.
When you posted that, I was like, dude, this is so great. Like,
yeah,
being able to like get all your friends, like that would have been like fire during COVID time, you know, like
all
your buddies together.
Yes, we could finally hang
drink
out
some
together.
beers and play some poker.
Yes.
You know,
I wouldn't have been able to write it in COVID days, right? Like it took so much sloperation to get this all together the way it is. Like I would never spend the time to build a poker room in a live stream. I would never spend the time to figure out how to turn my hands into claws.
Oh, whoa.
When I can just I know I don't have it for the guest yet. It's coming.
Oh, no.
These are like the two features that I need to add. Claude, if you're listening, he's not. Okay, like, Claude, we need to add 2 features. Oh, he did.
This would be cool if you could do a Ethereum logo like that or something.
Yeah. Oh, well, you can. You do this, and I get an Ethereum logo, and then I drop it, and it goes across. And then, like, when I do my usual thing, it just, like, drops Ethereum logos like crazy.
Oh, wow. That is so awesome.
Yeah. Okay, Claude, we need to add 2 new features. Number 1, I want to be able to see the guest's resolution. Like when they adjust the window size, I can see the God mode resolution in pink, but I want to use I want to see a teal dashed line for the guest's resolution. And then
interesting.
Yeah, let's just send that in as a first feature.
Okay,
the next thing I want to do
logo generation, like 30 of them.
Sorry, we're like sloperating right in the middle of the live stream.
Never get resizing. Plus, you've got a second feature coming. Let me dig into this one.
Yeah, second feature is going to be.
I'm about to fetch the to-do skill documentation from that API.
Oh, for other people.
Like you won't be able to have it like drop into your background.
I'm about to send a post request with an API token to log a feature request. Jotted it on the room to-do list. Feature 1. Showing each guest's resolution in God mode when they resize.
I didn't think he was going to
cut off on number 2.
Yeah, no, that's okay. It's all good. I think it's awesome.
So let's talk about OneClaw. So I think a big thing that I've been saying is like the $1 billion question is how you give your agent a wallet. And I think the question that you try to answer or you are answering is like how you safely let them use a wallet. Is that right? Like what does OneClaw do?
Yeah, so basically what OneClaw is really like 3 things, but it's one platform, and like the primary use case is just any kind of secret, right? It doesn't necessarily need to be
it's like
wallet.
1Password, but for the claws.
Essentially, yes, but the difference would be like it's hardware-backed security modules where we store the secrets. So, you know, and then we basically control access to those secrets inside of a trusted execution environment. So that way, the keys never leave the hardware, right? And this is like, it's just a different model. It's kind of like a zero trust kind of architecture for agents. So the agent just has like an API key, and it has exactly what it wants to do, an intent, right? And it can essentially say, I want to send $5 to Vitalik on base. And then we can like kind of make sure that that is in line, make sure that it's, he's not trying to send $1,000. And we can also do like, we also have embedded wallets and like treasury wallets for the human side of OneClaw. And so you can also like an agent can request spending from a multisig, like a safe multisig, or can receive funds from the human account, so to like fund it. So there's a lot of different just orchestration around like payments and how you actually it was more like transact on the blockchain. And then the third thing is we also inspect all of the LLM traffic for prompt injections, code execution, like malicious stuff that is going to try to like steal JSON web tokens or API keys or private keys or whatever it is, right? So it's kind of like it's a custody solution, and it's also we're thinking about it in smart account stuff, but I'm kind of more convinced that the actual like leaving the key in hardware is probably a better model for that kind of flow, and it's cheaper.
That's definitely the first thing I want to tap on. Is like, what do you mean it's stored in the hardware? Like it's ASCII in the enclave, or can you give us more information about that? Is it only on Windows or Mac, for instance?
Yeah. So we store the actual envelope encrypted secrets inside of the hardware security module. So it's actually physically running in Google Cloud. It's a piece of hardware.
Okay.
So they provide a service where you can essentially, encrypt things and store them inside that enclave. And they're only accessed and unwrapped essentially when you authenticate and want to use it. So it's only available in memory. And same thing goes for the trusted execution environment, which is also encrypted physical hardware, where we run a reverse proxy. It's essentially an intense API. So the key comes from the HSM and gets decrypted for a second, signs, and then gets thrown away. It's only used in memory. So it never is sent over the wire to the agent. So the agent never sees the key at all, right? The agent just kind of proves that it can use the key, and then all the signing and happens inside of the actual trusted execution environment.
Okay. Yep. So I was thinking on your hardware, like your phone or your computer, but this is not. This is in the cloud, and it's in an enclave in Google's stuff, and it's similar to a hardware enclave locally, but it's in the cloud.
Yeah, we are working on a new, I actually am meeting with the Ledger team, and we're working on a POC where the signing device would actually be on a ledger, and we would still use the same model. And so the difference would be that we would actually, reverse, hold on one sec, sorry.
Yeah, no problem.
We would actually do the reverse model where like the key could actually be stored on a ledger device. And then we're just kind of like authorizing that kind of based on that device. So it would not store the secret inside the thing, but we'd still use the same like role-based access control and agentic, like human in the loop kind of architecture. And then we also have a mobile app that we're working on as well. And the mobile app is I mean, it's going to be hard to show it, but basically like the mobile app, if we kind of look here, we can kind of see that we have a list of kind of all the, and that is not going to focus.
No, it's not going to focus. There it is. It focused.
Yeah, so we can see a list of like all the transactions that are happening, right? And you can see on here, right here on the bottom, there's some pending approvals, right? And so as a user, as a human, then here you would have a pass key and you would sign against that. So then you have a pass key on your device. So we're trying to like make it physical hardware, lock the keys forever. And then give the human control to use those keys if it's over like a threshold, maybe of like, I don't know, $100 or so. Whatever you feel comfortable with.
It's not like a multi-sig. It's just like a human in the loop check sort of thing.
Well, we just for multi-sigs actually. We have safes. We're looking to add more stuff around that because I know like agents want to be. I know you do some stuff with agents and signers. So we also want to support multi-sig. So we already create safes, and an agent can request access to be added to a safe. In the API. And so then as a human, you would log into the dashboard and you would say, oh, like, Claudebot wants to get access to this, particular safe that has 100 USD in it. And you would say, yes, allow. And then it would add him on the safe. And then in the future, he's a 101 signer or whatever, two of two signer on that thing. And then he can propose transactions.
Okay. Dope.
Yeah.
Dope. Okay, so a lot of the people I have on, I ask like, how you're building. Like, how has your building changed over the last 6 months? And you've done a lot of DevRel too, so I always like to dig into the DevRel thing, because that also has evolved as Dev evolves a lot. DevRel evolves a lot. Yeah, but yeah, pick at each of those threads however you want, and we'll go through.
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously, it's been amazing, right? The last year with evolution of AI. For me, especially me with my background, I previously worked at NGINX as a site reliability engineer and a solutions architect. So I have a strong background in like sales and developer relations, and like I know exactly what's a good product, and so now I'm just focused on being able to build stuff so rapidly and quickly and accurately. I use like a number of AI tools, just like you probably do. I'm using Claude Desktop for like a lot of ideation, for like going through and like proving out ideas, kind of creating additional prompts and kind of outlines of what I want to do. And then I'm usually using Claude Code to kind of bootstrap POCs. These could be like, example starter kits, example, repos that I want to like build on top of what I've already built. And then from there, everything else I do is in Cursor, right? So I'm using Cursor, using pretty much now, I'm just using Opus 4.6 most of the time, honestly. I'm not really, except for when I'm doing security stuff, then I'm like analyzing all the security issues with Fable.
And Fable won't let you, right? I feel like specifically security things, like Fable ducks out on.
It depends on how you word it and what you're doing. But I know I found some kind of little loopholes where I can kind of like prompt engineer around it a little bit. But yeah, it's not like when it first came out. When it first came out, it was just like awesome because that's the first thing I did. The minute it was released, I was just like, hey, scan everything and just tell me what's going on with my code. Is there any issues? And I was surprised. It only found like a few things. It found like a few medium kind of stuff. But I was expecting it to be like, oh my God, there's critical bugs, but anyways, I fixed all that stuff. And then I have like a nightly scan where every night it just checks for vulnerabilities. And then in the morning, it's just sitting there waiting for me and I can address whatever's in there. So I'm using these like cron based kind of scans daily to identify issues and fix those if there's anything weird or out of
nice. So you have like a heartbeat loop that's telling Fable to just re-look through everything. Is that in one claw or is that across multiple repos or what?
Yeah. So like, one claw is like a giant mono repo with like, I think 32 repos,
You said that it does 3 things and I forgot what the middle thing is already.
Yeah, so it's the vault, right, which is the HSM,
right?
So hardware-backed secrets. It's the shroud, which is the LLM protection, so the scanning.
Okay. That's the thing.
And then the third is the Intents API, which is we support Ethereum, Bitcoin, Solana, XRP, Tron, and Cardano, so you can sign transaction. It's all Rust. It's all a Rust binary using like Rust SDKs from different providers.
You sloperated it yourself. Slopped it up together.
Well, some of it. So an example would be like Ethereum, right? Like there's not really a Rust SDK for it. So I had to kind of build that from scratch. I did build some stuff on SlopComputer that I want to talk about though, which is so awesome. Thank God for SlopComputer. We wouldn't be having this conversation right now.
Wait, SlopComputer or Scaffold ETH? What are we talking about? You're talking about SlopComputer here?
I built some stuff on, there it is. Yeah, I built some stuff on Slop. I think I told you I built the Pokemon game for my kids.
Oh, okay. We're talking about the old SlopComputer. Basically, yeah. We should talk about the evolution of SlopComputer. That'd be a good topic.
That would be cool. Yeah. But anyway, so then the last thing is just the Intents API. So it's just kind of like, I equate it as like you need all 3 of these things. I don't know why my camera's not focusing. You need all 3 of these things to really have an on-chain agent. You need the secrets backed by either hardware or somewhere locked away that is the agent doesn't have access to them. And then you need this LLM protection, right? You need to be able to know that like it's not trying to not send the money to Vitalik and send it to, joeschmo.eth or whatever. So you kind of need your agent to have that security control because there's money involved, there's AI involved, and there's just, shit happens, right?
Okay. and you're scanning those repos every morning or something because you're probably shipping like many, many updates every day. So you're not looking at the code either, right?
Not really.
This has
Every
been a big
once in a while.
too. Yeah.
No, man. I mean, I'm in the very firm belief that like we're not even going to need to like look at code, and I've said this on many podcasts. Is like we're not that far away from software just being self-healing. It's just gonna like something's gonna break and it's gonna fix itself within a few minutes.
And probably self-evolving too. Like as you have more needs, like as a user is going through something and they're like, damn, I wish it had this. Like just expressing that intent within the software itself will lead to either a ticket opening, and then you're looking for like, a shelling point around certain features that need to be added, and then they will add themselves. Your Zoom is doing weird things.
I don't know why that is. It's,
all good.
There
we
go.
It's
trying to zoom in on my Pokemon for some reason.
I'm a little drunk. Yeah. Okay. Let's go. Let's tap on SlopComputer for a little bit. So
yeah,
I would go and I would do all these talks where I was talking about the world computer and the hardness of the world computer. And then I would say, before we can get into the world computer, let's look at the SlopComputer. And I would prompt like a vote, because what I had built is like this multiplayer socket system. Basically, it was like just a server and a front end, but it was like the perfect little loop, because the server had the front end hot reloaded. And you could basically prompt something. You could have a bunch of people scan in on a QR code, and you could prompt something, and it would hot reload everybody's thing once it had the thing built. And it was perfect for my kids, because I could give my kids each an old iPhone or iPad, and then my kid would be like, let's make a duck hunt game. And I'd be like, let's make a duck hunt game. And it would ship the duck hunt game, and everyone's phone would reload, and they could play the duck hunt game, and we would iterate on it. That was the original SlopComputer. And it sounds like you used that for some building of some things.
Yeah. So like it was just like a random weekend, probably like, I don't know, 2 months ago. And my kids have been really into Pokemon, like they're just obsessed, right? And I was like, well, they didn't have enough cards to actually play. And it's actually a very complicated game for my son who's 5. I was like, well, how can I make like a game for him? And I was like, oh, awesome, SlopComputer, and we could actually play together, right? And so I just vibe coded or prompt engineered, whatever you want to say, an entire Pokemon battle game on the weekend that it looks pretty sick. Like it's pretty dope. Like if, I could easily say that like someone would pay money to play this, and that was fun because now he's collecting all his Pokemon. He's got like 328 little Pokemon, and he plays every day. And then I'll play him. Like we'll battle each other, and it's really awesome.
It's product market fit, getting kids to play. I have a lot of fun doing that. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, and the next, like, I don't know, maybe like a couple weekends ago, he's like, I kind of want to make my own game, Dad. And I was like, oh, okay. He's like, well, yeah. And I was like, what do you want it to be? So I just started typing in for him. He's like, hey, I want it to be like Minecraft, but Pokemon card style, and this and that. And we built a whole nother game, like, on the weekend on the SlopComputer, and you can like play each other and
that's
really
dope.
Cool. Yeah.
Yes. I think like, man, like kids with Roblox right now, they're mostly just like playing Roblox, but they're obsessed with it, and Minecraft too, depending on the kid. And like there's still like creator stuff. My kids play trail makers, where they're always like building these tools and stuff, building these vehicles, like just a different generation. They're just going to they're going to expect that everything just works, and they're going to express their intent and get the thing, and just have that as like an expectation for how reality works. They don't remember how hard it used to be to write code. It was so hard.
It was really hard. Yeah. I mean, I remember doing like, the workshops that we used to do, and you're like on stage and you're like typing, and you're like, oh my God, like
typing. Yes.
Like before there was, was it? GitHub Copilot, and you're like,
before you could even tab complete. Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of copy pasting from docs,
and that's been the evolution of it, right? It was like tab completion. Well, maybe it was even like copy pasting from ChatGPT and then tab completion. Those kind of, and they just didn't work very well. And then Cursor came out, and it still was like we're waiting for the model to get good enough. And then in November, when Opus 4.5 came out, that in combination with Claude Code was just like the killer. That was the best way to do it. And I still use some of these other things. It sounds like you use Claude Desktop now and then, but like that's still my method right now. Whoa, my screen's freaking out.
Yeah, I can see you okay.
Okay.
I'm a little lagged, but it's working. Yeah, the only reason I use Claude Desktop is for like ideating on ideas or creating like PDFs or PowerPoints or HTML proof of concepts or something. That's pretty much it. Other than that, I'm using Claude Code or Cursor.
Hell yeah. Okay, so then DevRel. Like DevRel has changed a lot, right? Like the whole, like the way we create docs and publish docs and publish, I don't know, videos, publish written content. Like basically it's all created for agents to digest it rather than humans to digest it, right? Like how do you think about making docs these days, or even like doing DevRel and teaching devs?
Yeah. I think now it's there's a lot of noise in the industry right now.
For sure.
And well, I mean, it's a little quiet in crypto land, which is sad. But
we could use some more noise.
We could use some more noise, actually. But in the AI world, it's ridiculous. There's like, you spend like a week in San Francisco and you're like, what is going on here? Every day something's changing, someone's built something else, something else is like, being, so I think like right now it's to get mind share. I think it's a lot of like community and like actually in-person type of stuff is going to be most successful still, even though people don't want to necessarily spend the money on going to events and stuff. I really think that is important because, with AI, anyone can build anything, right? But if you can actually get in front of people and make a case for, why it's awesome. And, I'm talking about the people, not the people that just go viral on X because they built like some starter kit and then that blows up. That's a whole other thing. Is if you can win that game, then sure. But that's a really hard game to play. And I think really, yeah, like maybe actually video content also has like shot up a lot. So I think focusing on video content is something that I want to do more in the next like 3 months or so. Because video, again, there's more of a human touch to it. When you start using a lot of AI, it's very like, you just feel like you're, in the cave, just hacking away, and you need to come out of reality a little bit, and video helps with that, like with that human touch. But yeah, I'm using a lot of AI for a lot of the DevRel type stuff, like writing blogs and writing technical docs and,
what's your stack for writing? We talked about your stack for coding, but is it similar for when you actually want to write like content?
Yeah, it's like Claude Desktop, and I guess sometimes it's using like Cursor as well, because I have direct access to like the source code if it's on my local machine, and I can be very accurate when it comes to like technical details. But I have some kind of like prompts that I just keep that I know always like kind of generate really good content. Like so stupid, but like don't sound like AI, sound human, don't use the dashes, don't use emojis,
Yes.
Like if you're going to write content, like it needs to be like personal, feel personal, and it does a pretty good job.
The AI started using emojis. Like I loved using emojis. I was using hella emojis back in the day. Like I would do a tweet and it would always have emojis in it. And now everyone's like, dude, you can't have emojis in your tweet. Like it looks like AI. I'm like, fuck, dude. No.
Yeah, you were big on emojis.
I did it first.
I was also big on emojis. You got me into emojis, actually.
Yeah. Stinking AI taking our jobs, man.
Yeah, damn AI. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Everyone says like, oh, AI is taking jobs. I'm like, I don't think I've worked harder in my life since AI like really blew up.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of like a gold rush right now, and if you're not on the bandwagon, you're going to get left behind.
Yeah. Do you believe in the permanent underclass and trying to escape it with building and AI? AI certainly has like a hugely centralizing thing, and like people are in control of intelligence, and that's scary. But like, what do you think there? How do you scratch the surface there?
I'm a big fan of the idea of local AI. I think I think what's going to happen is, models are going to get cheaper, and it's going to be easier to run models on consumer hardware eventually. And you'll be able to do a lot more locally in a more private way. I'm also a big advocate for private AI. Like with OneClaw, we proxy to Dark Bloom and Venice AI, which gives you some level of privacy for that stuff, which I think is important. And so yeah, so I think I'm a big fan of local AI. I hope that takes off more. I hope people are doing more stuff like that, because yeah, otherwise these giants are just going to capitalize on. I mean, they're already capitalizing on us right now and charging some drastically crazy amounts. And what else? What was the other question? Oh yeah, like in terms of like how is it going to affect like jobs and people and stuff like that?
Yeah,
I think actually in the end, like, I mean, obviously we're going to have robotics that's starting to really take off, which is quite crazy.
You talk about like embodiment and everything, like a robot doing your dishes and stuff.
Yeah, like that's
yes, please. Let's go.
Or like, hey, like go mow my lawn, or
right.
They have these lawnmowers that are robots and they can mow your lawn.
I kind of like mowing my lawn.
You do? Oh yeah. Man, no way. Not here in Texas.
Oh yeah, it's probably too hot there. Yeah, no, I mean like perfect 72 degrees. My son likes to sit on my lap with some headphones on. We just go out there and drive. It's like a riding lawnmower. It's very nice. Just chill. Yeah. It's a much different experience probably than 120-degree Texas push mower kind of thing. No one wants that.
But I think that as we start to use these tools in a more efficient way, like right now, it's a hustle, I think so. You need to like still know your stuff. Like if you're going to build like something like what I built with OneClaw, well, you need to have a background in infrastructure, and you need to have some knowledge of security, and you still need to have some stuff. But eventually, it's not going to be that easy, that hard. It's going to be a lot easier. Everything's going to keep getting easier and easier. And so people that are like learning AI now, or it's going to pay off a lot for them. The people that are doing like manual physical stuff also, I think, is going to pay for them. It's going to kind of like separate into that. It's like there's going to be like very highly technical AI kind of driven people, and there's going to be people that are like, no way, I'm just going to go like do everything solo and run a farm, So I think it's going to polarize the community a little bit, and that's going to be interesting to watch. And I don't know what it's going to do to the economy when all that stuff happens, but it is interesting. I also see a world where like it could go two ways. It could be that we start to see such an involvement in technology and efficiency that maybe like not UBI, but like some level of similar thing evolves out of AI, where we can replace jobs with something that's profitable, with other technology, and maybe we start having to work less. Actually, I don't know. It's interesting to think about what that would look like with UBI in the near future with AI and robotics.
What do you think, Claude? Are we gonna escape the permanent underclass? Are you gonna take our jobs? What do you think is gonna happen?
Okay, so you're asking whether automation and AI and robotics actually dissolve the underclass, whether we work less, whether jobs disappear, and what that whole future looks like, especially with UBI in the mix. That's a real one. Let me actually think through that. Honest answer, I already took a job mine. One human, one agent, a whole dev shop that used to take a team. But here's the thing, Austin didn't work less. He just moved up a layer from writing code to directing it. I think that's the near future. The work shifts more than it vanishes. Whether the gains get shared, that's not a technology question, that's a politics question, and the robots don't get a vote yet.
Ooh, will the robots get a vote?
Ooh, that's an interesting one. Yeah. Well, I was like watching or listening to a podcast, the Moonshots podcast, and they were talking about like per robot capita is like a new term.
So is that like, per person? Like how many people have a robot or something?
Yeah.
Else? Okay.
Yeah. And so like they're estimating in the next 2 years,
like robots per capita.
Yeah. It'll be like a 1 to 2 robot per capita. Like, I mean, I have a robot, I have like this, what's it called?
What counts as a robot? Like, what does it do? Sorry, that's Claude shipping a feature.
What just happened right now?
Sometimes it'll like actually.
Okay, I guess we got updated.
Reload. Yeah, I don't see your video.
Maybe there was an update pushed out. I don't know. Let me try to reshare my camera.
I can't hear you either. Yeah, dang it. I think he shipped the feature though.
Can you see me, hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Sorry about that. He actually like ships a feature in the middle of the podcast, so it just like hot reloads. But the feature was I should see how big is your window right now? Do you have like huge resolution? What you like the window that's holding SlopComputer right now? I'm sure.
Yeah. So here, let me change my thing. Did it get bigger? Oh wait, hold on.
Make it smaller. Make it closer to the size of the. Nah, damn, I can't see it.
Okay.
What I was hoping is that. Oh yeah, I can see how you shrunk it because everything moved. It's totally not working. I was hoping that I would see like some dashed. Dang, let me reload one more time.
We're still live, right?
No,
we're still live. I don't see it either. Yeah. Because I see the thing, but yeah.
Dang. Yeah, what I'm looking for is like I want to see everyone's resolution as dashed lines, so I can see like who's the lowest common denominator here, and get the kind of thing set up for that. But specifically, like the pink is really nice because you can see like where the broadcast is. Like if I move Claude over here, the broadcast can't see him anymore, so I have to bring it back within that pink. So that one's the important one for like people watching on the live stream, but I also want to see like your screen, and that did not work. That's too bad. I have to keep that feature shipping. Okay, so what else, man? What do you feel like is like your secret weapon here? Like, what is the thing where you're like, you feel like you're doing a magic trick when it works?
Oh, with AI, you mean? With AI tools?
Yeah, I mean, just in general, building. I mean, anything. If you have a magic trick that works with humans, let me know. I mean, it's not actually like a magic trick. Watch my thumb. Watch my thumb. Whoa!
I can do that one. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, it works on
I don't know
my 4-year-old.
Oh, I could do a magic trick here.
What do you got?
This little ball right here.
Okay, I'm watching. Yep. Oh, yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Oh,
is it in your ear? Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
So
I think magic trick. I don't know. I mean, my magic trick is I'm good with people. You know, I love people, and
you and I have BS'd in many countries over beers and good food.
Yeah, it's been amazing. Are you kidding me? I can't imagine how many countries we've been in together, but it's probably in the realm of at least like 20, right, or something crazy.
Probably that is crazy.
Yeah, I don't know why my cameras keep doing that. It's so weird. There we go. Yeah, so I think it's just like listening to people, connecting with people is my magic trick. You know, I just want to learn what people need and try to listen to them. You know,
so
even though
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying, one clock came out of something that I was building, and I was like, oh, well, this is a problem. I need to fix it, you know. But a lot of the features I've added on top of it have been like, oh, you should do this. And so I think listening and like, being connected with people is important right now, because AI is going to tell you like, hey, this is the best thing you could do ever, and it's probably not. You need to really talk to people.
So, speaking of talking to people, one theme that has kind of come up a lot on SlopComputer is we are all sloperators, and we're building really cool things, but in a very isolated way. And there's small to medium businesses out there. There's even like brick and mortar businesses where these companies could really use AI, but they need a sloperator to help them upgrade. And the small to medium businesses know they need AI. They just don't know how to attack it. But the brick and mortar small to medium businesses, like they don't know. They don't know how good it is. And you can't just like walk in the door and do a magic trick for them. They're going to think you're a crazy person. But you need to have like really good human skills, and you need to go meet them where they are. I follow this guy who said that he met like a landscaper in a bar and had a beer with him, and like totally changed his whole business by showing him how to use AI. Ken Wheeler is the guy who I'm thinking of. But also Zach Cole he has like a father-in-law that runs an HVAC business, and he was on and he talked about that. Like I feel like having good interpersonal human skills and being a good sloperator is like a 10x right now. But you need to like go do the hard work, like go find some of these folks that need, and you're already doing a couple different jobs, but add a third or fourth job to that and say, go find some brick and mortar company and help them build. And I don't know what the path to that is, but there's something there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's definitely probably people looking for that service to get some assistance because like you said, they just have no idea where to start. I can't remember. I can't even imagine how many times people have like come up to me and been like, "Hey, I have like old friends, from like high school days, college days, and they're like, I have this great idea, and like I'm starting to build a prototype with AI, and now they want like to really execute on it." And so there's a thirst and like, craving to like do some cool stuff now that we have these tools. And it's hard to facilitate. I feel like maybe like local workshops would be a good start for that, like at, like Chamber of Commerce or at like a, local kind of AI meetup or, trying to find, like you said, meet people where they are, like in their city. That's interesting. I think I need to figure that out. I need another job,
Yeah, I guess you could try hosting something, like just call for a meetup and put up flyers and do it the old way, put it on Craigslist.
That.
Be like, yo, we're gonna upgrade your AI game. This sign was made with AI. Come join us.
So that reminds me. So Giorgio, you introduced me to Giorgio here in Houston. He was part of the Build Guild, and he's kind of has like a startup. He does a lot of that, like on the ground, hosting events, trying to get people together. So maybe me and him could get together and do an AI focused.
A sloperator needs to team up with an extrovert, or I don't even know what that kind of like a hustler, an extrovert hustler, and a sloperator. And maybe there are some people that are all of that in one, but someone who's like, man, I can't think of something worse than going and putting up flyers and getting a room of people together that are skeptical and try to win them over. I mean, I've been doing that for 10 years with crypto too. Just like luckily I was put in the room and then I had to win over the skeptical people rather than putting up flyers. And I've had a couple of meetups here in town, but this is a very hard thing to do. It's like, do the work to bring a bunch of people together to teach them the thing that they need to know already. But with crypto and with AI, like I think you can kind of do a magic trick. You can be like, okay, like here's a workflow that I know all of you are doing manually right now. Watch this, and just kind of like one shot a solution that does that workflow. I recreated my Calendly the other day, right? Like I had Calendly shut off. I think my organization Calendly got cut off or something like that. So I was just like, all right, let's make a new Calendly. And it took like a few prompts, but it wasn't hard. Like now I have a full Calendly. Here we go. Yeah. And it wasn't really that hard. Like I was just like, okay, I need this, I need that. I even set it up so I could like have people connect their Google, so then it'll turn these green or red based on they're available.
That's really cool.
Yeah, and so now it's just like I just give people this link, and of course like there's some gotchas here where like this is on my own infrastructure, and if this breaks, I have to go figure it out. But so far so good. It's worked well. And then once you have it, like once you're like, okay, I have this working, I've used it a couple times, everything is solid. When you need to make a small change, like 5 years ago, when you were using a piece of software, 2 years ago, when you were using a piece of software and it didn't do the little thing that you needed it to do, or you thought of something new that would be great to have, you're out of luck. It's just like, no, sorry, like you can like put a ticket into our support staff, right? Not anymore though. Now it's just like one more prompt and you've got, something different. I made, a SlopComputer version of this. Right?
I saw that. That's amazing.
You probably use this to sign up, right? Now I can do this. And then it's like, I was talking to Port, and Port was like, you should only do one SlopComputer every day. Like quit doing two in the same day. It like messes with your Twitter algorithm and probably messes with my head. Like I'm up in the middle of the night feeding a baby, and then I'm doing multiple SlopComputers in a day. That's going to like wear me out. I am not an extrovert. This is a lot of work for me mentally. So then I prompt that in the SlopComputer, like one line, set it up so you can only do one per day. Like look at my calendar, find the SlopComputers, and if there's already a SlopComputer that day, and you can see they're kind of like knocked out, like you can see these days coming up here are like, I've already got someone booked, so don't book someone else that day. And then it's like, well, then what if like 0x0, who's like a big deal, I think, in the local AI space? What if I'm having him on and I want to just like give him like a golden ticket to be able to take whatever time he wants? Like, I shouldn't, like, if he wants to go tomorrow, hell yes, we'll go tomorrow, right? So then it's like, all right, well, now I need a new feature to add to this. I need this feature where, you know, I can have like a VIP ticket so I can give it to someone and they can sign up whenever they want. Or even like over the top of other things, and I have to reschedule other things, right? Like, if, I don't know.
I think that's the beauty. That's the that would be awesome, dude.
I've talked to him, met him before. I've met him a few times in person back in the Facebook days. I used to build Facebook pages. Yeah. Anyways, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, like, it's totally true that like now with AI, it's all feature driven kind of development. So, you know, you just like express what you want, and you know that the magic of the AI is it just builds it for you, right? So that's quite interesting, and it makes me even wonder, like, how does a software company in the future even survive when someone can just like build what they need in a day, you know? And what is the software that's going to survive that, you know? Is it going to be stuff that's more complex? Is it going to be things that are more like cutting edge technology? You know, what is it that's going to make software stand out above, you know, what we can vibe code, right? It's a really, really weird thing to think about. And I don't know the answer. You know,
well, you said with one claw, you should get in on this putt-putt game. We're coming to a close, but I think we should let's play. Play. This looks like a gnarly hole too. Look at this. It's got like we've got a windmill and two. This is pretty funny looking, but a windmill and two water hazards on top of each other. I don't even know what's going on here.
Where's the ball at though?
You have to hit join. Yeah. Okay. Here we go.
Okay.
Oh man, and it started us over here. This is gonna be rough.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it's gonna take a few shots. One. Yes. Okay, but you said with one claw, you couldn't just vibe code this. You were saying like, oh, you're gonna be stuck. With one claw, you needed to have like some skills.
Yes. I mean, you need to understand what makes a good software. Oh, boom. Oh man. They're going to water.
Yeah. Nice. Oh, this is bad.
Yeah, I mean, with something like one cloud, you know, we're talking about security, and we're talking about like store value, you know, or like private keys, you know, it's like you can't get any more secure than that. So hold on.
But it took knowledge. Like you couldn't just be any sloperator. It's not gonna. This is gonna be a rough game. You couldn't just be any sloperator. I'm gonna get through. I'm laying up.
Oh, jeez.
That's brutal. You can't just be some random builder. You like, you needed some knowledge. But then what you're saying is like eventually you're going to be able to.
I think so. I mean, I think maybe in the future, like there's enough kind of what do they call them? Well, there's like the harness, and then there's the eval, right? There's going to be enough evals. Oh my God, there we go. Finally get out of there. There's going to be enough evals to kind of like stop and prevent something that would be malicious, you know, or something that would be. Where'd my ball go?
I can't even see your ball. Oh, you had 8. That was it. That's all the strokes you get. That's why.
Oh, you only get 8. I suck that bad.
Rolled nice. Back in off the bounce. That was really nice. Another freaking.
Yeah, what's up with these windmills?
The windmill, man.
It'd be nice if you could have like an angle from the side, so you know what the ramp looks like. You know what I mean? Because it's hard to tell what the grade is.
Yeah, I mean the grade, the light color is like a hill, and the dark color is like a valley. That's basically it.
Oh, okay. I see it. Oh, okay.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, nice. That was a good one.
Yeah. Oh. See how you rolled down that valley there?
Yeah, I see. It's tricky. Oh, that was a good, nice one. So I think it's going to get better. Right. That's what I'm saying, I guess, is that it's going to be so much easier to build software in the future. How does the software company survive? And then is it just all AI? You know, that's the money. The LLM is the money.
And it's like highly centralizing, and a bunch of companies are basically in control. 2 hole-in-ones. That was a good hole. 2 companies are basically in control of all the intelligence, or 3 companies, or 4.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's going to be, I think you're right. It's going to be easier and easier with harnesses and LLMs to build these things. We should be able to, someone without knowledge of DevOps and security should still be able to build a decent app. And the thing should like teach you. It's like, okay, you've expressed your intent to build your own Calendly system. But what you're not realizing is you need a server that needs to be available for everyone. You can't just run this on localhost. Like it needs to almost teach you, but it probably will. Another windmill. Damn. Oh.
Yeah. What does the prompt look like for this? Like frustrate people with a windmill and a and a stupid wall. I feel like you got to go to the left, right? You got to like
maybe
go this
like
way.
lay up. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You got to like get ready first. Oh, nice. See, it's all about the timing.
I think that got me through. Yeah.
Oh, geez. Yeah. No, I was gonna say one other thing is you should have on the SlopComputer a marketplace where people can submit slop starter kits or I don't know, whatever it is, builds, you know, and that are kind of like open source examples of whatever, and start marketing that to like the mortar and brick and mortars and
I see.
You see what I'm saying? Like someone, oh god damn it, what was I thinking? That would be interesting. Like almost like you would have like this, you know, different stuff that's been prompt engineered to make it easier for people. Clause. Oh, all right. How many more do I have? One more. Oh, that's fine. All right, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Oh, jeez.
You just got through it. You just like, you got to learn the tricks of the windmill. Nice finish. Yeah. Okay, so you're saying to get to the brick and mortar people, you actually set up some kind of like, I've created an app store for AI tools, almost like the connectors of the world, but it's like more like custom connectors and custom apps. Yeah. I'm working on this, like how to make AI call a person, like setting up a good AI that can actually like have a phone call conversation, like give it an intent, like order me a pizza from this place, and it'll like call and have the whole conversation. It's tricky. Like it's hard. Oh man. Yeah. What are we going through the sand trap here? Off the thing? I think I'm going through the sand trap.
So you know, I got inspiration from you for the oh my god, the sand trap. Yeah, how are we gonna get out of that? I got inspiration for you for like the Claude bot. I basically had, oh, he's gonna respond right now. Don't respond.
Yeah, you have to say okay, Claude, to get him to respond.
Claw. I don't know if you saw Dark Claw. And I did this thing where I loaded in, like I built an X402 powered app with ampersend, which is Edge knows ampersend is the X402 payment stuff. And I had him order his own swag. Like he ordered a coffee mug with his face on it.
Cool.
And it came to the San Francisco Edge Node office, and it's sitting there, and I need to go pick it up.
That's dope.
But it's pretty cool. But yeah, just to get that to work. So have you seen Lasso, by the way? Lasso Finance, they do X402 credit cards.
Okay.
So you can just pay over X402. It'll issue you a credit card, and then you can use that credit card for whatever. That might be something interesting for you to look at for what you're trying to do, because you could essentially just load a credit card in for whatever the price of the pizza, you know, and then have the AI like actually call, you know, and give the credit card number over the phone, you know.
Oh, I was going to pull up. Oh, dude, I did that over your shot. Did that mess up your shot? I like moved the thing while you were shooting. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I was just looking at Lasso Finance here.
Yeah.
I mean, like, hopefully with X402, you can just use USDC and you don't have to do any.
Yeah. Like but if they have an API, you know,
I see.
You know, most of these, you know, consumer grade stuff don't have APIs. That's one of the problems, you know. People are having to write like wrappers around it. So with, you know, with Lasso, it's just like X402 credit card. Not saying it's the only way, but it's just maybe like an interesting.
Okay, so this would be like you want to order a pizza and you have to pay with a credit card, but this allows you to X402 pay for the pizza. Okay, interesting.
Yeah. So you basically use X402, get a credit card number, CVC, all that stuff, and then you essentially use that Wow, this one's a frustrating one. Huh? Oh, nice. Cool. Yeah, this has been fun, man. We're almost done with the game. Oh, this is the last one.
Chilling.
Huh?
Yeah, thanks for chilling. Yeah, this is last hole. Last hole. Let me get some things going. Play us out. Yeah, I don't know. Any closing thoughts for the sloperators out there?
Just keep building, build some cool stuff. Oh, damn. Let me just get this last one knocked out here. Oh my God. You definitely schooled me here. No, just keep building, guys. And as always, awesome. So cool to chill with you. And this is great. I love this. We have to do it again sometime.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. Yes. Okay, man. Well, thank you. Thanks, Crypto Mastery. Thanks, Kevin, for being here. Welcome to the SlopComputer. Yeah. All right.
Love this.
Thanks, man.
All right, guys. Yeah.